What's she hiding?
Malpractice continues Sunday at 9 on ITV1 or stream the full series free on ITVX.
Now with all the latest stories making headlines, it's the ITV News.
Thousands of volunteers around the country joined the big help out. Princes Louis and George and Princess Charlotte played their part too on the final day of coronation celebrations.
To have had the support of the Prince and Princess of Wales and the rest of the family as well just goes to show that as a family you can get involved in volunteering.
Also tonight, Russia launches fresh drone and missile attacks on Ukraine. Civilians are feared to be among the dead. Here, $240 million to help patients get GP appointments. But will the government's pledge be enough to end long waits? And out comes the turquoise carpet as Liverpool begins the countdown to Eurovision.
Thought I'd be, freaking out, but I think the closer I get, the more ready I am, I'm feeling really pumped.
This is ITV News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. For the last day of the coronation weekend celebrations, King Charles invited the country to support local causes and create a legacy of volunteering. Leading the charge in his first official engagement, Prince Louis, the young prince, went with his siblings and his parents, William and Kate, to lend a hand with a scout troop in Berkshire. Geraint Vincent reports.
What does this button do then? To encourage us all to do a bit more volunteering, Prince Louis got stuck into the project known as the Big Help Out. And after a dicey start, father and son eventually got the hang of the digger. The task at hand in Slough was the renovation of a scout hut. Prince George was drilling holes in some timber and Princess Charlotte varnishing some doors. The Waleses all devoting some free time to a worthy cause.
Well done, Louis.
To have had the support of the Prince and Princess of Wales and the rest of the family as well just goes to show that as a family you can get involved in volunteering, that it's fun, that you can learn things and you feel good about it as well.
And with the hard work done, there was time for some archery, marshmallows and of course a photo.
After the ceremony and the party, the coronation is completed by the Big Help Out and an attempt to make volunteering a real feature of the new Carolean age.
But it was quite a party. Take That brought down the curtain on a star-studded coronation concert at Windsor, which included a heartfelt tribute to the King from his son.
For over 50 years, in every corner of the UK, across the Commonwealth and around the world, he has dedicated himself to serve others. Pa, we are all so proud of you.
This afternoon, Buckingham Palace released the official portraits taken to mark the crowning of King Charles and Queen Camilla. And along with them, the King expressed his thanks to all those who joined in the weekend celebrations. Their support was, he said, the greatest possible coronation gift. Geraint Vincent, ITV News.
Well, the impact of the coronation and the King's Big Help Out initiative reached all corners of the United Kingdom. 30,000 organisations took part, with plenty of first-time volunteers across the country joining in, as Rachel Townsend reports.
Lend a hand, make a change was the Big Help Out slogan, and people around the United Kingdom are certainly doing that. Whether it be rewilding in Chichester, abseiling for the Girl Guides in Norwich, delivering food to the vulnerable in Dumfries, or planting in County Antrim, Northern Ireland. Today is about creating a volunteering legacy.
Quite a lot of people here of all ages that, you know, are wanting to see exactly what we do and they want to get involved.
Here in West Yorkshire, people braved the rain to clear fields for the Riding for the Disabled charity.
Primarily looking at sycamore seedlings.
So this is what we're looking for?
This is what we're looking for. They are very poisonous to the horses, so it's very important that we have our volunteers here hardily picking away at them.
Inside, the stables underwent a spring clean.
It's kind of like a good feeling, like you're doing something good for someone as well.
I have to do revision for GCSEs, so it's good to just get away from revision and get away from the house.
At London's Green Park, they were planting wildflower to help increase biodiversity.
I think it's really fantastic. You feel great, you meet new people, you learn new skills.
It's amazing because you just get out, get some fresh air, meet new people, and it's a lovely thing to do.
And it wasn't just green spaces benefiting. Litter pickers in Monmouthshire were doing more than their bit.
It's what we're all about here. We've got to bring people together. And we do it through the medium of this village hall, and it works generally very well.
Service was described as love in action by the Archbishop of Canterbury this weekend. There was plenty of service on display today. Rachel Townsend, ITV News.
The Prime Minister has backed the Metropolitan Police, who face criticism after making 64 arrests over the coronation weekend. Protesters were arrested for various offences, including breach of the peace and conspiracy to cause a public nuisance. Well, in central London this morning, the campaign group Just Stop Oil led a slow march. No arrests were made. It's feared civilians are among those killed after Russia launched fresh drone and missile attacks on Ukraine. For the fourth time in 8 days, the capital, Kyiv, came under sustained fire. It's just a day before the Kremlin celebrates Victory Day, marking Nazi Germany's surrender to Russian forces in 1945. But as Martha Fairley reports, those celebrations have been scaled back.
In the Black Sea city of Odessa, a warehouse reported to contain humanitarian aid was ablaze overnight. The Red Cross of Ukraine says it had been leasing the building hit by missiles in the latest attacks on the country by Russian forces. Moscow also launched 35 Iranian-made drones at the capital, Kyiv. They were all intercepted, but 5 people were injured by falling debris. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko visited a residential block that had been damaged.
Kamikaze drones fly to direction in our hometown, and thanks to anti-missile system, everyone was shot down.
In Moscow, final rehearsals have been taking place ahead of tomorrow's annual Victory Day parade, marking the defeat of Germany in the Second World War. But at least 21 Russian cities have cancelled their 9th of May events. After 2 drones managed to reach the Kremlin before being destroyed last week, Russia's presidential spokesman says there is a fear parades may be targeted.
You know that it was the decision made by the organisers of this procession, but on the other hand, it is quite understandable. When we're dealing with a state that is a de facto sponsor of terrorism, it's better to take precautions.
But Ukraine's president wants his country to break with Soviet tradition and celebrate today, in line with Victory in Europe Day.
We fought then and we fight now so that no one ever again enslaves other nations or destroys other countries. And all those old evils that modern Russia is bringing back will be defeated just as Nazism was defeated.
When Russia marks Victory Day tomorrow, President Zelensky's proposing Ukraine should celebrate Europe Day, taking another ideological step closer to the West. Martha Fairley, ITV News.
Well, here the government says it's a way to end the 8 a.m. scramble for appointments and improve patients' access to GPs. But will allocating £240 million to upgrade old telephone systems and introduce online booking be enough? Our political correspondent Carl Didden joins us now. Carl, is this likely to make much of a difference?
Well, look, in NHS terms, this is a pretty small announcement, and it is not going to suddenly create loads more GP appointments. I think it will make it a little bit easier to book one if you can do it online. It will take some of the frustration out of phoning your surgery and getting through. But I'm not really sure that that is the main problem. And perhaps that is why that when the Prime Minister was asked about this earlier, he found himself talking about all the other things that the government is actually doing to improve access to GPs.
We do have actually at the moment 2,000 more people working in general practice than we did previously, but also tens of thousands more people more generally working in primary care, because there's lots of different roles that can help you in primary care now. We'll be talking more about this tomorrow, but what we're saying today is we want to invest hundreds of millions of pounds in GP practices to help end the 8 a.m. scramble.
Now, Wes Streeting, Labour's shadow health spokesman, says that the real problem is a lack of staff and, quote, better hold music isn't going to change that. But even GPs who are broadly supportive of today's announcement say that what the system really does need is more staff.
Trying to help support recruitment and retention of clinicians is going to be really important, especially for primary care. That will really help support access, and I think that will improve patient satisfaction. So anything that we can do to increase the number of GPs, nurses, or healthcare workers will be really important.
Now, maybe all of this is a way of trying to move on from the drubbing the Tories took at the local elections last week. I suspect most normal people have forgotten about that, although Tory MPs who are worried about their seats won't have.
All right, Carl, thank you. Some other news now. A 16-year-old boy who died after being stabbed in Walthamstow has been named by police. Rennell Charles, who lived in the area, died on Friday afternoon. Police also confirmed a 16-year-old boy who was arrested on suspicion of murder yesterday morning remains in custody. And at least 22 people, including children and women, have been killed after a tourist boat capsized off a beach in southern India. Authorities believe the double-decker boat was overcrowded at the time, with more than 30 people on board. Now, excitement is building in Liverpool as the countdown to Eurovision finally gets underway. Tomorrow will be the first of two semi-finals. 37 countries all hoping to make it to two through the final on Saturday. Ukraine, as last year's winners, are of course guaranteed a spot, as is the UK. We're watching it all unfold as our entertainment reporter, Rishi Davda. Rishi, the fans are already out there in force.
They definitely are, and those who, like me, arrived yesterday got glorious sunshine, but today was a different story. The rain didn't dampen spirits. How could it, ahead of the much-loved Eurovision Song Contest? Behind me, it's Ukrainian night at the Fan Village, which will be entertaining and feeding thousands all this week. I spoke to some of the acts about how they're feeling ahead of the contest.
It's never been one for the shy, modest or introverted, but that's what's always made Eurovision so special. It was a taste of what's to come, the first chance for the 37 acts to introduce themselves to the world.
This is what I've always dreamed of, and I just have to put all my heart into it and do my best and have fun with it.
I was imagining this moment, you know, a week or less than a week before the final. I thought I'd be, you know, freaking out, but I think the closer I get, the more ready I am, you know, I'm feeling really pumped.
Apart from the competition side of things, it just brings so many countries and people together. It's one big, fantastic festival, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Eurovision is often called the Olympics of music, Liverpool carrying the flame because of the ongoing war in Ukraine.
It feels amazing, you know, to know that we are all united in these hard times. We create, we don't destroy, you know, and it's great. This is very nice.
Not every time your position at Eurovision scoreboard is the most important thing. Sometimes the unity with Ukraine people is even more important.
When the competition gets underway, there's two semis and then a final, which will be broadcast to 160 million people globally.
There's a 10-metre high video wall split into 5 different panels which all move forward and back and rotate.
The man in charge of the live shows always keeps the fans in mind. Just how special is Eurovision?
There is nothing like it, and you know, we hope that this year we can welcome back people who haven't seen it for a few years or perhaps have never seen it, because it is radically different from just a few years ago. The production values, as you can see, are through the roof.
The stage is set for a festival of music like no other. Rishi Davda, ITV News, Liverpool.
I cannot wait. I'm back just before 10:20. Until then, enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
First thing today will be lovely and warm, and by breakfast time, it could be on the sunny side. Heinz tomato ketchup, no added sugar and salt, sponsors ITV National Weather.
Hello there, very good evening to you. I hope you've had a lovely weekend, certainly steeped in tradition, no more so than the rain on Bank Holiday Monday. This week we do have rain at first, then sunny spells and showers, and towards the end of the week it does start to turn a little bit drier. So looking ahead then to tonight, as you can see, we've got the remnants of this system and another lump of it moving in, sweeping from west to east overnight. Some very heavy rain in there, and also weather warnings in force for thunderstorms across Northern Ireland and western parts of Scotland. That system continues to clear eastwards across the UK as we move towards the end of the night. So the ground will be wet for many, and also it's misty and murky picture as well for many, particularly towards the southwest. So, of course, the working week starts on a fairly gloomy note across those eastern areas as that system clears away. Lumps of rain for some, but generally into the afternoon, it's a mixture of sunny spells and showers, some of which will be fairly heavy. That's it. See you later. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Heinz tomato ketchup, no added sugar and salt, sponsors ITV National Weather.
Thank you so much for coming in, John. Do you want to just run it through, see how it feels?
Yeah, sure.
So ITVX is the UK's freshest streaming service.
The pages are blank.
Yes, you don't have a script because you're going to write us a better one.
Yeah, I'm not a writer, I'm an actor.
Oh, you wrote everything you just said? It's called improv.
Okay, well, improvisation's good.
Yeah, what's that on your lap, John?
I don't know.
Is it perchance a musical instrument that you might use to write us some improvised music?
You want me to play?
I want you to imagine that you're writing the theme tune for like a sad romantic film. Let's see that. It's even sadder than that. Let's just dial it all the way up. Even sad. It's actually so sad it's making you cry. But now you're crying tears of joy because ITVX has thousands of shows and films. You get me?
I'm not really feeling this. Like, this is not really working for me.
Oh, mate, are you okay?
It's just so beautiful.
Oh, Lauren, can we... Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, are we going to continue with this?
Can we have a moment, mate?
Just one moment, please.
ITVX, the UK's freshest streaming service, where you can stream free or go premium.
Now, why would you say that?
Come and join us in our weekend kitchen.
Full of delicious seasonal recipes to help us spring into summer. Lamb at this time of year, it's a must for us.
Fabulous feel-good food that is easy to cook and guaranteed to impress.
For menus stacked with tips and inspiration, you know where to come.
John and Lisa's Weekend Kitchen, Saturday at 11:35 a.m.
Now it's that time of the day where you get to play from the comfort of your home. It's The Chase.
Welcome to another episode of The Answer is Bingo, where these 5 total strangers take on the chasers. Lots of questions, only one answer. Fingers on buzzers. Let's bingo.
The Chase, sponsored by Gala Bingo.
These 4 people have never met before, but by working as a team, they have the chance to win thousands of pounds. There's just one thing standing in their way: the chaser. The chase is on. Hello and welcome to The Chase. Can a team of 4 beat one of Britain's finest quiz brains and take home thousands of pounds? I certainly hope so. Let's beat them.
I'm Cindy, I'm 62 and I'm a tourist guide from the Wirral.
I'm Peter, I'm 23, I'm a behavioural science analyst from London.
I'm Matt, 43, a postman from Llangollen.
I'm Alice, I'm 34, a personal trainer from Nottingham.
And that is my team. Now, one by one, they'll try and put as much money into the prize fund as they can. And if they make it through to the final and win, they will split that money equally. But hunting them down will be the chaser. And if they get caught, they and the money are gone. And first up, it's Cindy. Welcome to the show, Cindy, from the Wirral.
Yes, Brad, I'm from Liverpool originally and I live on the Wirral now, not far from a place called Port Sunlight. You might have heard of the soap village that was built for the workers.
Oh, OK, yeah, of course.
There.
Port Sunlight. I didn't realise that's what it's called, though, after the soap village. I didn't know that.
Yes, exactly. You have to come up and I'll give you a tour, Brad. I do good rates.
And thank you very much. And so you tour that area and show everyone all the local culture and what's going on there?
Exactly. We go right up to places like Southport, if you've ever been to Southport.
I have Southport many times,
St Helens for the rugby. Liverpool, of course, is the big draw.
OK, what do you do to relax? How do you switch off?
I love doing yoga, but we're really interested, me and my husband, in American football. We've watched the NFL abroad quite a few times.
Wow. Who's your favourite team?
Chicago Bears and the Patriots. I've got two.
OK, fair enough. Very, very good. Have you got family out there?
Yeah, they live in Washington, D.C., just outside, and in Baltimore, so it would be nice to try and tie a holiday in with going to see another game.
So if you win some money, that's where we're off to, is it?
I think that's where I'd have to go to, yeah.
Well, I wish you luck. Let's do that.
Thank you.
This is the cash builder round. Each correct answer worth £1,000. Cindy, I wish you well.
Thank you.